In three, two, one. All right, shut up and welcome back to the illustrious round 2 of Disney Versus. This is where Jay and I make worlds collide between Disney and the rest of the world. Jay took a hit in the last round, but I think he's still up for telling us what we're doing today. Jay,
Yes.
go ahead and take us away.
Only because my contract forced me to.
That's
We
right.
are in part 2 of The Office. So the characters that we'll be picking for this section, any Disney character other than the ones that we've picked thus far, no duplicates. We have Ryan, Angela, Kevin, and Phyllis. And Harrison, since you had the coin toss the first time, I think I should get it this time. Is that correct?
I think so too. 100%. And I think, just in case you didn't see part 1, this is just trying to fit in any Disney character to the best slot they can be in the great hit TV show, The Office, and then seeing how they interact with each other. And if you weren't here last time, I'll put the list on the screen, but it was an absolute banger. And Jay now has a chance to respond with the first pick, second bout. Go ahead,
Perfect.
Jay. What do you got?
So I'm picking Phyllis,
You're picking
and
your
I am
Phyllis.
going the fairy godmother.
Wow.
So
Now
for many
that
reasons,
is solid.
appearance wise, kind of just how she would
You
operate
barely
within the
even have to
office.
argue it.
And on top of all that,
Wow.
Phyllis and Michael went to high school together. So she always had dirt on Michael that Michael would be embarrassed about, which would be great for my Michael as Captain Hook. So I can really imagine the fairy godmother like teasing Captain Hook about.
But quietly and respectfully at the same time.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, just like a little bit here and there.
She was 100% on my short list. That was a phenomenal pick.
Mm.
I got to give you that one.
Thank you.
That one's tough to have her off the board as well. Okay. So Phyllis is the fairy godmother. I'm going to go ahead and pick my Kevin. And I will be picking Poe from Mulan. And I think most of that is obvious why. They look similar, but also just happy-go-lucky guys, pretty simple thinking. Love food, love to talk about it. You know, I imagine a hug from both of them feels very similar. I like Poe a little bit more than Kevin. He's a little odder, but I think if you put Poe in an office, you're not going to see that many differences. So I'm going with Poe for my Kevin.
You can just see him in the corner. Like I can imagine Shin Po in that office.
Yeah.
And Shin Po was also my first Kevin as well. So
Really?
it's the second time a Mulan character has been
Dude, you gotta
taken.
know where to go. And
Right.
Mulan is your bane. I can't
Yeah.
wait till we get there.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm gonna pick Angela,
Oh, okay.
and I'm gonna go with Tinkerbell.
Damn it, dude. And that one, I will be honest, I didn't have on my list. And right when you said it, I knew I should have. That is a phenomenal pick.
Thank you. So yeah, I think it goes without saying, but Tinkerbell, kind of appearance wise, looks similar. Tinkerbell would definitely have a bunch of cats and
Oh,
like
of
have this
course.
weird life that she would be operating. But then I could also see her
That
with
one's good.
Sebastian kind of just like working that in as well. And then Tigger being engaged to Tigger. I can completely see Tigger and Tinkerbell representing Andy and Angela when they were
Yes.
together.
I
So
love it.
yeah, for all those reasons, I'm very happy to have
Yeah, that's a good
Tinkerbell
one.
on my team.
That's a really, really good one. Yeah, that one's better. I'll pick my Angela now. I'm gonna go with Aurora from Sleeping Beauty. And I think that if we had seen more of the day-to-day life of Aurora, she might not have been the sweetest ever. I remember her interaction with the prince and just being like, I'm never going to see you again. He's like, what? And I could easily see her and my Andy, which is Peter Pan, kind of him somehow weaseling his way into that situation. I could see her also being very upset in an office situation of people making noise or doing anything away from her party planning. I
Oh
think
yeah, party planning's
Aurora is
good.
my she's my pick for Angela. So that's what I'm going with.
I like that. I
Thank you.
like that. Um,
Your pick, sir.
so I'm gonna go for Ryan.
Oof.
I mentioned
I
I
forgot we
originally,
hadn't picked Ryan. Yeah.
yeah. So I originally I
Oh
had Peter
no.
Pan. You picked Peter Pan
Yeah, I did.
for who was
I
it?
picked Peter Pan for Andy.
For Andy, yeah. So I'm going with Cusco. And I'm pretty surprised Cusco hasn't got picked. He was my
Oh
second option for
man.
Michael, even. I
Cusco would have been a great Michael as
my
well.
first thought was to have Cusco be my Michael, but he ultimately like just doesn't care enough about people, and it doesn't. He's much more of a Ryan in that sense.
Cusco started the fire.
So Cusco being
That is good, man.
Ryan being
God, I
like
didn't even think of
the
him.
intern phase of that whole process, I can see that very clearly. Like people
Oh,
just like making fun of him all the time, Captain Hook giving him shit, and then him making it big, which is basically the intro of Emperor's New Groove, where he just
yes.
coming in, all the confidence in the world, looking down upon all of these peasants, which obviously he does, and then it all just coming back around where he's then back within the group.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I'll pick my Ryan as well because I don't think he's getting. I mean, obviously, I think you've got Kevin to go, so I don't think there's gonna be a lot of crossover. Let me make sure I want this. Yeah, I do. Ooh, I'm gonna say Jafar for Ryan,
I
and
was
I just,
hoping Jafar was going to get picked. I thought
of
about him for like
course,
five different characters. I
I
think it was
just,
just I was forcing it, to be
yeah.
honest. But
No,
keep going.
I imagine Jafar if he was an intern, being very quiet and hating everybody, but also
Yeah.
like getting his work done. And then if he ever got good at what he was doing, coming back and just making people feel it. And I really could see having just that high profile of himself. So I'm going with Jafar for my Ryan. I think that's
Yeah,
good.
and for your Michael being honest, John, I can see
Oh
them
yeah.
also having that relationship and him like really
Yes.
looking up to Jafar and Jafar being pretty upset and like
Absolutely.
annoyed by him, but also knows he needs him to
Yeah.
get promoted.
Thinking he's like the most good looking guy ever. Just like, oh, he's so sick.
And also, I can see Jafar just being completely whipped by whoever your Kelly is, which will be interesting of
Oh yeah.
like how that will play.
Oh yeah. My
But
Kelly's a good one.
I like that pick.
I have one selection for my Kelly, and if I don't get it, I'm lost. But I feel so strongly about it.
Mm,
So
mm.
okay, your last pick will be Kevin.
Yeah,
Who you got?
I am going. So I, of course, just had Shinpo form, but I
Nice.
get it. I'm gonna go with Pacha from Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, that's a good one too, dude.
So
Two
just
Emperor's New
sitting there,
Groove.
very nice. Oh I have two in this round. Um,
Wow, you
but
got
yeah,
more.
no, I don't know yet,
Well,
actually.
who knows?
Who knows? Who knows?
Pacha's a good call.
So yeah, Pacha just sitting
I
there,
could
very
easily see Pacha
casual.
in a work environment, in a business environment like that, translating perfectly to Kevin and
Yeah.
just having the weird same stuff he has to say.
Yes.
Once I
And
actually was working for a company and they did like a cameo of the guy who played Kevin and he like spoke to us at our like year end conference or whatever, and
wow.
like they had like 45 seconds of him, and everyone the whole week was like, oh, we have a crazy celebrity guest for you guys. We're like, who the hell? And everyone thought it might be Usher, and I remember thinking, I think it's gonna be Usher, dude. What if it's Usher? And this was in 2021. So and it turned out to be Kevin from The Office, and he was like, what's up, guys, keep doing what you're doing. And that was
Wow.
it. And we were all like, that's not Usher, but pretty cool still.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty popular during COVID.
Oh yeah, big
Of
time.
like having those weird celebrity guests come in like virtually and doing
Yeah.
all that.
It might even almost be a year from today. Like it might be
Wow.
the anniversary of, I think it might have been around this time. So
Wow.
shout
Shout
out to
out.
you, Kevin. And Kevin, if you're listening, I mean, I know your name's not Kevin, but I forget it right now. But if you're listening, and I know you are, thank you for that. You motivated me and I got fired. So, it wasn't enough, but next time, try and do better. So
And
thank
look
you.
at us now.
Yeah, look at us
Who's
now.
laughing?
Thanks a lot, bud. Anyways, so your last pick is Pacha. I've got to pick my Phyllis still.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick another Sleepy Bee one. I'm going with Merryweather from Sleeping
Oh,
Beauty. Yeah.
nice,
I
nice.
think
Giving
she
good
is
love.
into the same stuff Phyllis would be. I think she's probably not as quiet, but also gets, ruffled feathers the same way that she does. I think that it fits as well as I can think of. The other
Yeah.
option I had, and I don't think you'll pick her for anything else, is the hen from Robin Hood. But I thought
Mm,
she was too like cool and vibrant and like awesome to,
yeah.
or just an outgoing personality. So I went with Merryweather for my Phyllis.
Wow. I like both of those. I do agree.
I think you definitely
That your
took this one
choices.
big time. Big time, I think you got this one.
I
It
came back a
has
little bit.
Tinkerbell for Angela, Kuzco for Ryan, Pacha for Kevin, and the fairy godmother for Phyllis.
Hmm.
That does, like, if you're looking at a fantasy football roster and you see, like, Christian McCaffrey or something at the top, you know what their first pick was. When I look at your list, I see the fairy G. I'm like, yeah, that was a first
Yeah.
round pick right there for
Yeah.
sure. I had Angela as Aurora, Ryan as Jafar, Chin Po as Kevin, and Merryweather as Phyllis. So Chin Po is probably, I mean, yeah, he was my first round pick. I was just
Yeah.
thinking in my head, like, he was probably my strongest pick, but
Yeah.
yeah, of course. It's a real dogfight out there. So right now we have quite a battle going
I
on. I'll
think it's
try
a
to
healthy
a
competition.
very healthy competition. So if you're interested, and I don't know why you would be, but my mother, young Leo, and obviously Kevin from The Office will be listening. So tune in for part 3 when we get the rest of these characters down. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you.